Howdy hombres, my name's L.A.zy and I welcome you all back to Hate Plus. We still have 3 more articles to read and after that we're out of power. So with that keeping in mind, let's get into this and let's see what these 3 have in common. Politics and strange bedfellows, everything will be alright, striking back society's portrayal. Okay, let's see. This has a different feeling than that other log with him. Whew. Oh wait, I need to have a drink of water because my mouth is pretty damn dry. That feels much better. Okay. Met former Chief Counselor Smith at Royal, the same place we did 7 years ago, in the same private rooms before. This time though, Mute arrived exactly on schedule. You know, ladies, I don't envy you at all, he said. It's so nice to look at what happened to the Gungo Council and think, not my problem anymore. The last time I saw you, Miss Hale, you still had black hair. I'll sleep when I'm dead, he said. I don't have the time for it otherwise. How's your family? He asked politely. It must be nice to have as much time as you want to spend with them. Oh please, like either of you care about my family, he scoffed. Oh, really different feeling. I still keep up with current events, you know. I know exactly why you're here. You screwed up and your poster boy for mediocrity didn't turn out the way you planned, did he? He looked at me, expecting a response. I guess last time I was easily baited by him. Not this time. I'll let Counselor Mute do the talking. She had far more confidence than I was able to muster anymore. Yep, we sure did, she said, smiling. No yelling, no denial, no insults, no sass? You must be desperate if you're willing to admit that right off, he said, actually taken aback by her honesty. Harsh. Create a monster, plain and simple, she said, stifling a look of annoyance. It was a bad call. Who could have known underneath all that shy uselessness was a secret totalitarian? He's out of control, I said, trying to restrain too much of my scorn for the man who had pardoned murdering my own husband. He really is, Mute said. What do you want from me? I have no political power anymore. These young men have taken over politics. There's no place anymore for old men like me. Still you look young to me in English, she said. Then the conversation paused briefly as we ordered food, wine being poured for both Smith and I. We can't all live forever. Guess it must be a lot worse to be an old woman in politics than an old man these days, he said. Honestly though, I might seem like I've gotten softer, but I still hate your guts, Counselor Mute. You were the biggest pain in my ass for my entire career. I think you've got what you had coming. Good. I'd have no use for you if you didn't, Mr. Smith. I'm about to propose something absolutely crazy, okay? And the only way we'll ever be able to pull this off is if even someone who hates me is on board with it, she said. And I know what you care about at heart is the best interests of the ship. You're wrong. What I care about are the best interests of my grandchildren. Well, don't be so pedantic. They align and you know it. Like, do you think this is just an abstract point to me? I've got children in my family too, you know. Ensuring a safer future for the ship means ensuring a safer future for my family's little Sohee. And your girls too, Mute said. In that moment, I admired her more than I ever had. I knew she cared, but I'd never heard her speak about my daughter in such affectionate terms before. I could tell she wasn't just saying that for Smith's sake, and it was an awfully sweet sentiment for her to express. She can be a smooth talker though. Fine, what's your proposal? He asked. We got until we finished eating to convince me. I'm gonna be upfront. What I'm proposing is nothing short of an armed coup d'etat. I want to depose Chief Counselor Ryan and his entire council of destructive yes-men before he manages to completely gut this ship's security for good. Mute said, pounding her fist into her palm. I'm willing to take everything on this. Whoa, her? A rebellion? Mute? You're serious, Smith said, actually taken aback. Okay, good, I finally got your attention, she smirked. She explained the situation in detail, the culture of new counselor, the slow manipulation over the course of the past 7 years, the conspiracy, the private army of electoral monitors, the engineering of his victory in the election by arresting the president, the murder of the one man good enough to stand up to Riot's conspirator and plaything at the university. Jeez, she was really fired up. It reminded me of good old days when our problems were so much simpler. When I was still young, she still had that beautiful golden hair. We were too strong to be scared of anything. She really idolized her, huh? I saw that in her again. Listening to her speak like that, so impassioned, so cool, I just knew at her side to put things right again. Finally she finished, and there was a long pause. Do you really think you can pull it off? He asked at last. I'll let my lieutenant feel this one, she said. Miss Hale? I tried to muster up the same confidence in my voice that she had. Unambiguously, I said. I know my men and women very well. They are both well trained and loyal. I have made discreet inquiries and have already put together a list of 300 officers and I'm prepared to trust with my life. Ever since word got out, Chief Counselor Raya plans to slash our budget in half to bolster his own private army of electoral monitors. He's been extremely unpopular man in security. This depended on us acting swiftly though. Right now we outnumber them nearly 7-1, but that advantage is going to become narrower and narrower the more the Chief Counselor attempts to starve our department. As well, OU now must be aware we're onto her, given the sudden public reveal of the relationship with Ryu, I told him. But if we are to strike swiftly and catch them off guard, our strongest, I have no doubt will be able to assume control within a day. Even if I'm convinced that such drastic measures are really necessary, do you really expect me to take the risk of supporting you? He asked. No, I don't want you to. It'll look bad, Luke said immediately. I want no part of the revolution to be traceable back to you. What I want are a set of faces I can trust to form the Ngunwa High Council. I want me to be a new Chief Counselor, he said. I want the past 7 years to have never happened, Luke said. I'll settle for appointing the Counselor back the way it should have been. I want you to be the old Chief Counselor and I want to have those argumentative idiots back on the Council. Like even Kim and O. I know you can do that for me. What if I refuse? He asked. And nothing happens. I would have Ryu replaced with someone I can't trust. That is the mistake I'm going to make twice, she said flatly. If you refuse, then we walk away. A good man dies for nothing. Our grandchildren grow up in a totalitarian neo-Confucian dystopia. It's your call. You truly want to prevent that? He paused, pensive. You really think you'll be able to pull this off, Counselor Mute? He finally asked. With a single elegant gesture, she produced a cigarette and lit it, taking a drag and blowing it dramatically. It was the coolest. In that moment, I knew that she was the same old badass Mute that I always believed in. Just watch me, Mr. Smith, she said, projecting the utmost confidence. By the end of the dinner, I got him to pledge to leave retirement once we were successful. I think I understand what you saw in Mute now. Okay. That's a nice one. Everything will be alright. Room status, dirty. Long last, the final report has been completed. I had to get someone else to submit it for me, but finally my work is starting to pay off. I have an audience with the Counselor of Engineering to present the matter for his consideration. I was so happy to write the recommendation sections, however, thinking about the future and how I could do work that was actually recognized as valuable. It helps safeguard the ship's future. It makes me feel as though I have purpose once more. It's a feeling I've forgotten over these past few years. I'd like to remember it again. My husband does not share my optimism. Things have been strained with us as of late. We have never been able to communicate under the best of circumstances, but even more now. I feel as though there is a wedge between us. When I told him about having a chance to prove myself and how I was looking forward to the future, he just seemed upset. I wanted him to be proud of me for making it this far, despite all difficulties. I wanted him to be as supportive of me as he was from the start. I guess her optimism was wrong though, still. I want to feel like I'm not doing this alone. I pleaded him as we got ready to bed. What are you going to do if they ignore you after all that? What if they don't go through with what you want? What then? He asked me. He seemed disappointed. Have you even considered that possibility? Oh, it's unlikely. The data is irrefutable and easy to understand. Radiation is unquestionably the cause of decreased fertility in the Mugungwa, I told him. I have confidence that no reasonable person could disregard my report. Fine, I'm sure it is. He trailed off. I don't care. I'm going to bed right now. He turned his back on me. Why are they fighting? I thought he was good for her. Wait, I said, hurrying over to sit in front of him. What if I did make plans for the extremely unlikely event that things do not work out? Would that make you happy? Forget it, he said, annoyed. I mean it, I said. I do not want to be the cause of you being upset. I want things to be amicable between us again. I'm willing to make contingencies for things I do not believe will occur if it's something that will make you happy. I don't know what the hell that means. You're doing that thing Well, you talk over my head, and I hate that, he scowled. I'm sorry, I said. Want me to consider that things might not work out? I'll consider it. Let's consider it. I don't think it'll happen. There is no harm considering it. What's the point? I'm sure you'll find some smart talking way around in the end. Anyway, so you can just go back to your self-obsessed science project sheet in the end. You always do, he said angrily. Please don't say that, I said, my voice quavering. You're my husband. I love you more than anything. Please don't you stop taking me seriously, too. He looked away and there was a long pause. I felt like crying, and just minutes before I was so happy. Eventually he made eye contact with me. He seemed to be confused. Sorry, he said in a sheepish manner. Do you really mean that? You love me? Yes, of course, I stated. You never said that to me before, he said. I was skeptical. Are you sure? I asked. I'm absolutely positive, he told me. I was sure he was wrong, but as he said, he had just apologized to me, saw no reason to worsen things by arguing. Well, I do, I said. I love you very much. Come here, you, he said, grabbing me, pulling me onto his lap, just like the old days. He hugged me and I wasn't able to stop myself from crying at that moment. What's wrong? He asked. I'm happy, I told him. Oh, he said. Let's make fallback plans, I said. In case I'm unable to convince them, what would you like? He was quiet for a moment. I want to have kids, he said. Not just because it would help with the money. I just want to have kids. I want to have a girl, an adorable little girl who would be smart and pretty and dedicated, just like her mother. After that, maybe we can have a couple of boys. Oh, she was just... I see. She'll have to learn to keep them in line, but I can teach her that. I can teach her science. Alright, he said. You promise? He asked. After all this is done, if your presentation doesn't lead to a job, you promise me we'll settle down and we'll try to have kids? I'm so glad. I can make no promises with regards to gender, but I promise if my presentation isn't successful, I'll give up and we'll try to have kids, I said. It's so nice that they agree on these things together. He's so nice. It seemed to comfort him a great deal. I felt guilty and hoped that he did not have his hopes up. It is unlikely that the report will be ignored, so I will not be following through on that promise. In the future, maybe we will anyway, but it was a promise that will not lead to anything, because I'm certain that I will be very busy with work in the future. I hope it does not disappoint me. I'm happy now, though, and I'm optimistic for the future. I have an audience that will lead to something being done about our society's greatest problem, and with the irrefutable, extensive proof I have compiled, I will be taken seriously again. It's just a matter of days that I'll be on track again. Hey, but the day is right before... Oh, I get it. I'm also happy because after I promised that, he took me by the chin, smiled, and said to me, I'm going to hold you in that. I'm also going to kiss you now. I nodded. I'd like that, I told him. When he did, I have never felt such relief in my life. My husband caring about me again, and I had a future. I had value and a purpose, and finally, it will not just be me repeating these things to myself. I pursued for so long, soon it will pay off, in just a matter of days. Well, at least she had such a sweet husband at her side. I also enjoyed the kiss aside from its symbolic meaning. It simply felt very nice. I could have melted in his arms right there. I'm certain of it. Everything will be alright. Okay, last article. Striking back society's betrayal. Dear little sister and niece Yoon. It seems like things are finally coming to head now. Security officers came by my home today. Thankfully, I've been staying in one of Ryo's apartments ever since he announced our betrothal, because he received word from someone loyal to him that Meek was planning on making a move against us. Furthermore, that someone only found out about it through the former counselor Oh Jung-woo, which is to say, my own father knew of it and said nothing. My father, who I took on the position of university president for, thanklessly suffered so much for the sake of the family. Can't believe this betrayal. My own father! Oh used to be counselor of education until he got replaced by a family member. I've never been more sure of our society's absolute debasement until now. To imagine a father hanging out his own daughter to dry. The bonds of family truly gotten this weak? Something big is going to happen soon. According to the information Ryo's been receiving, he has always been the worst kind of person, a self-righteous bitch. And as much as she stands in defense of conservatism, our deep-based society, I never thought she could be so bold as to actually make a move against the ruler of the ship. We have to make a stand here. It looks like This is the point where subtle manipulation will no longer suffice. I must make a stand in the face of so much betrayal. It just hurts so much that it's come to this, when all we ever had is the ship's best interests at heart. I'm so tired of it all. I'm so tired of being unappreciated. I just don't understand how they can't see this ship we live in has gone to be so rotten. To think of the status quo that let you die, that entrusted you to someone like me instead of a real father, instead of a strong husband who could take care of you. How can anyone defend such cruel society? How can anyone find that just? I don't really know what to think. Things have gotten so much better in the past 6 years. People are marrying more, women are more and more seeking the right priorities, men are learning virtue and filiality in school. Yet despite all the slow progress, people still stand against us. They clearly will not see reason. Mute, the Heyo family of mindless security officers, even my own father, as much as it hurts me to write them all off as lost causes, what other option is there? I guess you know how that went. Tonight, my first night living under the protection of my fiancé, I'm going to do the only thing I can do when he returns home. I will serve him tea, softly tell him that we have to make a stand against the people who destroy all we worked for. The only pragmatic solution is that heads will have to roll. If even a member of the council is enacting a threat of violence, subtlety can't work anymore. We need a new society, a new dynasty, where we make a firm stand for what's right. That's what I'll tell him, softly of course. When it comes down to it, I guess I'm finally going to see through that we started optimistically all those years ago. But I'm not excited nor nervous, nor glad nor relieved. Just so tired of it all, tired of all the wrongs. Don't feel any anticipation for it anymore. All I feel now is that I want to make things right. I just want to make society that would have protected you. I want to make society that would have given you what you deserve. I want to make society that would have given you something better than me. I can't tell you how much I wish you were here. I hope you'd be proud of me. It hurts so very much that I'll never hear you say it. Love and sorrow, big sister, you not. I never really thought she was thinking of her little sister the whole time. So I guess this is it then. So, read everything we can before we return to Earth, I suppose. Thank you, Mr. Investigator, for letting me play your sidekick. The past 3 days could have been really hard on me, but instead, I got to experience what your job is like. More importantly, we're finally able to solve the mystery of what happened in the year 0. It's still really hard for me to parse and understand. And really, there's so much I don't know how to deal with. But I think it's really important that I know now. So tell me, how do you feel about what we read? Well, some articles I feel sympathetic though, but this like Mute had her proper reasons in order to act the way she did, needing everyone equally. Well, everyone has flaws, but so I'm gonna go with sympathetic. Yeah, it's hard not to. Even to someone like Oyuna, someone who's responsible for so many horrible things. Well, I guess you can understand doing something horrible because you feel trapped is all I mean. Well, changing the subject to something less heavy, what do you think of the past 3 days though? Give me a good sidekick? You are a very cute sidekick and you are the best. Aw, thank you. I know I still have a lot to learn, but I can't wait to do it by your side. I just knew we made a good team, and we're just out there together. Anyway, I guess I'll try asking one more time. Please, this time, I need a firm answer. Will you get me a body, please? Sorry, it's impossible. Aw, thank you so much. After 622 long years, I'll have a body once again. Aha, what a wonderful thought. Things will finally be the way it always should have been. I'll get to relearn what touch is like. There's a lot of difficult things that will still be in my way, but still, I'm looking forward to it. So, I saw that message you got, the one that was in Korean from the Historical Society. I know that it said they wanted me to testify. I'm really nervous to mention it because the idea is so scary, but are you going to do what they asked? They made me testify about what I did. That's pretty much your decision. That's a really tough decision. Thank you for trusting me to make it. No, I don't think I'll be able to do it. Maybe eventually, but now I don't feel ready for that. I don't think I could deal with that. But thank you so much for leaving it up to me. It's really wonderful of you. Well, anyway, I suppose now almost time to begin star system entry procedures. And from out there, I can see Earth on the visual sensors, and it's gorgeous, isn't it? Wow. No matter what happens, no matter how bad I feel about what I've learned, no matter how much I need to learn about people, no matter how hard it is to be a proper adult, no matter what, I'm going to take all the things that shaped me, that shaped what kind of ship I grew up on, and I'm going to try to put them behind me. But there's still so much ahead of me. Thank you so much for rescuing me. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for saving me from that prison, for putting up with me. I know you don't feel the same way, but I still love you for doing that. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. Now I'm going to look forward towards the future, towards that gorgeous blue planet. I'm sure I won't be able to look back with you by my side. So what do we do now then? Power down until tomorrow. Are you sure you want to shut down for today? Yes, let's do it. I guess that's all then. Next time we talk, we'll be on Earth. I can't wait, I can't wait. That's the final episode. Finally! Jesus Christ. Whoa. That took way too much. Oh, ending credits. So, that is L.A.zy Hate Story finally done. Looks like she finally has a body. Look at her, she's so pretty. This was a pretty interesting fiction tale. I mean, it's basically taking like several millennia in the future, and basically it deals with the entirety of the ship, its nobles, and the problems it was facing. So it turns out, basically, like with all the problems the ship was facing, it basically turned into hierarchies between the nobles and the peasants themselves. Yunae's honeymoon ending, and the day 3. Thanks for playing. Nice one. But yeah, other than that, it was like a pretty interesting look in how the story played itself out. And, well, I honestly thought it was going to be a lot longer, but hey, I'm happy that we reached the end nonetheless. Another series done. And oh boy, I can finally officially put this one behind me. This was a pretty interesting read. I mean, I know it wasn't like pretty entertaining to watch as well, because I mean, it was just basically watching a guy read a bunch of articles in there, but hopefully some of you who did watch did get something interesting out of it. Maybe not, maybe you didn't, but hey, what can I do? I can only do so much. I cannot be entertained while I read, but that's my problem mostly. But yeah, that's the end of Analog Hate Story and Hate Plus, and the end of this series as well. Finally, I have this done. So without further ado, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And without further ado, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!